Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm in my brother's room because my PC's too bad to make videos on now. So I have all my, like, I have my mic and shit set up to his PC with, like, the login for my software and stuff. So I'm like, sometimes I just kick my brother out of his room. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna, like, try and make a YouTube video now or whatever. So I'm just here in my fucking brother's room and I'm standing. I'm not even sitting down. Like, I'm not even comfortable. I'm just standing in front of this microphone and the only objective is to, like, entertain you, and I have no plan. I don't have a script. I don't have like a list of talking points. I'm just standing here with a microphone facing a wall and I just have to talk. It's like, it's just such a weird concept. Like, I don't even have anyone to talk to. It's like being in isolation, man. It's like this microphone's like a diary, and I'm just writing in it. But obviously, I'm not writing shit about my personal life. Imagine what that would be like. Did you ever do that when you were a kid? When I was a kid, I had an iPod, and I would like every kid did. I had a fucking iPod because it's not a phone, so like you can have it technically. And every year, like, I would leave a voice message in the voice message thing for like a message for like my older self. So when I was like 9, I did like the first 3 when I was 9, and then like I actually kept doing it for a couple years. Actually, fuck, I should find it because I did a message. There's definitely will be one for like my 16-year-old self, but it's just funny seeing them because of how much of a disconnect there is, how isolated like they are from like how it actually is because they're 5 years in advance. So it's like shit. Like I was like 9, and I was like, "Are you good at soccer? Are you really good at soccer by now?" But in 5 years, I wasn't even playing soccer. You know what I mean? But anyway, I only talked about it because recording those reminded me of this, because I'm talking to a void, even though there's a person on the other end. Like with that, I was talking to a void, but you're still kind of talking to yourself in 5 years, right? But that shit is like that is scary now that I think about it. I don't know what I would have said to my 16-year-old self. I know that I was like, I remember one thing. I was like, have you got a girlfriend yet? Or just some shit. And I think I was actually on my content grind because I was like, this was before I made YouTube videos, but I was like watching, I don't know if you guys know F2 Freestylers, like they did soccer videos and shit. And I wanted to like be that kind of YouTuber. But I was like, dude, like a sideman kind of thing. Because that was what I was like about like 7 years ago now. But like, so I was like, dude, this message to my future self thing in 5 years, it's gonna be a banging video. I'm not even kidding, bro. That is passive income, Sigma male money mindset shit right there. Oh my god! But don't even get me started on that. That's something like I'm glad there's kind of memes that are like addressing that now, because that whole passive income Sigma male money mindset shit, like not that's obviously like like ironic, like that's like making fun of it. But I've been into like lots of different things like to do with self improvement. It like kind of started with me like through watching Von Two Cut, but there's a lot of self improvement shit that's just kind of toxic and boring. It's just like lame. It's just weird. Like it's just boring as fuck. Like I don't know how to explain. Like there's nothing boring about improving yourself, but the kind of people that make self improvement YouTube channels are boring as fuck. Like they're not the really successful people. They're like and I'm running my business. You know, it's like my business. I like invest in money, so like my day is really routine and timetabled. So even though objectively I'm doing kind of well, I guess this is not actually that sustainable. But like even if it is, I'm only gonna have an objectively good life. And it's like have you seen like Mark Wahlberg's like he's timetabled himself like what he does every day? It's like I can't even remember, but I know it's like 3 a.m. wake up, you know, like, oh, that's cool, whatever. But like, it's like 5 to 6 family time. Like, this is the family time. Other time, I'm Mark Wahlberg, family time. Family get in here, it's family time. This isn't forced. This is how regular households and family dynamics work. It's timetabled hour of family time. Like, I don't know about you, but we don't have like that where it's like, it's 6, it's family time. Everyone, it is time for the family to, it's family time. Like, it's just weird. And then obviously that evolved into the meme with the Dwayne The Rock Johnson's personal thing. I actually love it because I'm glad to see some people poking holes in the self-improvement thing. Because even though I'm into self-improvement and being a better version of myself, I'm not into it like that, bro. Like, fuck. But anyway, not like I'm trying to say like I'm lazy, like I'm not ready for the grind, but I'm not ready to be like you, bro. Anyway, so we have Dwayne the Rock Johnson's personal like self improvement timetable thing, and I don't remember all of it. I know it was some shit like forage some berries on the way to work for like food, and then it was like edging for 4 hours for discipline, and then it was like edging for 9 hours for punishment. And I saw that and I was like, nice, this is what we need right now. With that being said, you probably should have like structure in your life, you know what I mean? Like at least a basic structure. You don't need to fucking have family time or whatever. This is friends time. This is when I hang out with my friends every week. This 1 hour I have friends because it's being this kind of person is interesting and attractive to other people. I mean, I don't know. I guess it could be. Like there's nothing wrong with like no, I don't like chasing dreams, grinding it out is all cool, but no, like that shit is cool. Like that's inspiring and cool and fucking awesome. Like shit like Kanye locking himself in the studio for days, or like just basketball players in like Oakland, like Damian Lillard's story, shit like that. But like, bro, just like some bald 35-year-old white guy that's like, yeah, and then I cold showers. I mean, I actually do take cold showers, but like, you know, it's just like, yeah, so I actually live a minimalist lifestyle because I don't have a personality. So I don't even like. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. Like Matt DVLA, he's got some good advice, and I'm sure he's a nice person. But I don't think that he would be a very cool guy to hang out with. I think I would get bored pretty quickly. Like he's not gonna have a lot to talk about. I guess aside from that stuff, but like if you want to talk about something other than like self improvement, you might be out of luck talking to that guy. Wow, I just fucking talked. Yeah, oh my god, are we gonna go on a massive self improvement thing? Fuck, I can do this for ages because I was. Anyway, so kind of moving on, but not really. Actually, not moving on at all, really. I. The reason how I got into all this self improvement shit and like how I even what consumed enough content to form these opinions that I have is that because in New Zealand we've had some lockdowns. Obviously, like last year we had a couple, and like for me being in those lockdowns, it's like being like in the lab, kind of like it's just serious, just you and your thoughts. It's just you and time. There's no social distractions because for me that's the thing. So I was like, let's fucking go. Like I've got all this shit, basketball grind, all these grinds. But what ended up happening is I would have a lot of dead time like on the internet, and I turned 16 around because it was like August last year. I turned 16 like at that time. And for me, that was a thing because I was like, at the time, I was like, fuck, I'm 16. I'm not a fucking kid anymore. I gotta man up. I gotta take this shit. I got 2 more years and then I'm a fucking adult. So then obviously that scared the shit out of me. And then I was watching all these Von 2 Cut YouTube videos, and basically it's this guy, and he's, he actually has some pretty good advice, and like, he put me onto like, well, semen retention, no fat, whatever. I'm still kind of on that, I guess. And then, all this stuff about talking to girls and stuff. Obviously, he's got that that mindset that a lot of like dating coaches have, or it's like you can't actually ever show affection to her, or like you should just use females for sex is basically what I'm saying. Like that's what a lot of the dating coaches say pretty much. Like not like this, like not the pickup artist guys. I'm talking about the people that are like you ain't got time for that bitch, bro. Like so I don't even know. Like it's just a crazy. It's like they're like, well, fuck it. I'm making this video on dating advice, but you should already have been over bitches. You need to focus on your bag. So it's like, okay, I guess money, like that's like, bro. If you look on those I'm not even gonna say that, but so like anyway, this guy Von 2 Cut, obviously. So this man and then I started delving more into his content, and he was talking about other spiritual shit. Like it starts with no fap. That's how your spiritual journey like starts. You're like no fap. It's like increased testosterone and stuff. That's like the scientific like self improvement bro side, and then you get to the other side where it's like it opens your third eye, and like now you're gonna be able to read people's minds. But like, and then from there you're like, oh, that's fucking cool. I wonder what other kind of shit I can do to like stimulate myself spirituality. And then you have people telling you need to like stare directly at the sun and like just drink heaps of apple cider vinegar, which is good for you, but like I don't think it's going to open your third eye and like to release the DMT in your spinal cord. I mean, apparently that's also real. I don't know, but it just got real. It just all came crashing down for me when I watched this video from Von 2 Cut, and he's like he's talking about like how he all came to be, and obviously he's black, and like a lot of his what do you call it? It's not like his manifesto, but like, you know, like his ideology. His ideology is like about, a lot of it has to do with like the melanin in your skin. Like the sun unlocks the melanin, and that makes you spiritual and all this stuff. So obviously he's kind of like, and he had t-shirts that was like, I don't even know. It was like, he had something to do with like melanin power, like not melanin power, like something weird like that. So like obviously like I'm white, so I'm kind of like, oh, like I thought we were cool, Vaughn. Like I thought we were in this together, but apparently, and then he was talking about the doom. He was talking about the apocalypse. I don't know how. Yeah, so he's talking about the apocalypse and how, all the black people are going to turn into aliens, when it was like, he called it for like 2020. Like he was like, yeah, 2020 December something. Fuck, they're gonna say it was a nuclear bomb. It was like actually like a solar beam, and like there's gonna be heaps of shit. Like all these spiritual beings and all the black people, they're gonna turn into superpowers. All the white people, you guys are gonna like have to hide. And I was like, what the fuck? How did we go from like semen retention and how to talk to girls to this, bro? And then he was like, yeah, I'm actually pardon me, he was like, yeah, I'm actually a god. Yeah, I'm like reincarnated from this guy from like Egypt and shit. And I was like, whoa, Von Cut. Like I looked up to you for a while for like how to talk to girls and stuff. But but now that you like kind of hate white people and like think you're a god, I'm like kind of off it a bit. Yeah, and then he said the one thing that like finally killed it is when he said white people have no soul, when he was explaining how black people were brought to Earth by aliens, and then white people evolved in the Caucasus Mountains and like were like basically savage animals or something, was like his theory. So it was like, yeah, white people, you can't actually be spiritual because you have no souls. So if you're white and you've been watching my videos for months, like fuck you. It's not even possible. So at that point I was like, wow. And that's basically when I stopped being spiritual. And man, so there's like that's like the other side of self-improvement. Like you can either be really boring or really interesting, but like just crazy.